Let's bring it over the blue couches now. I've been waiting all week, Billy, for your arrival here on the blue couches.
I'm on the blue couches.
I want to hand you your official "I've been on the blue couches" button.
All right, look at that.
Please wear that proudly.
How about that?
Billy Gardell, actor, comedian. You've got four shows at Kellar's this weekend.
I am. I'm at Kellar's Magic Club, and I'm very excited. Last time we were up here, we had a great time. I love Bobby, the owner there. He made it so hospitable here. Erie's always been great to me because I'm from Pittsburgh originally. And we got one show tonight at 7:30, one tomorrow at 7:30, because nobody in my age group who comes to see me is coming out at 10 o'clock on a Friday.
It's pretty late, Bobby. It's
no,
pretty
not
late.
on a Friday. But then Saturday we have a 6:30, 9:30. I think the Saturday early sold out, but the others have some tickets available. So come on down, let's have a laugh.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show.
Yeah.
You got your start in comedy, actually, stand-up, didn't you?
I did. I started in comedy in 1987, and I did about 9 years on the road, just traveling town to town in a car with a pack of smokes and a hat. and then I moved to Hollywood in 96, and then I put in another 9 years out there trying to become an actor and still doing stand-up. And in 25 years, I was an overnight success after Chuck Lorre said, "You're the guy."
It only took 25
That's
years.
it.
What did I see? You were first on King of Queens?
I was the first guest star I ever did. Kevin James was very nice, and Patton Oswalt, who I think is a brilliant comedian, they were very welcoming, and I had my first guest starring part. I think it was like 2003. That was my first guest starring part.
My favorite's Mike and Molly. I love that show. Was that a highlight for you of your career so far?
I feel like I've been grateful for all the projects I've done, because I've been very lucky to work with good people. And but Mike and Molly, I think, is not only a classic, but I also love those people. We still get together every 2 months for a lunch. And we hide at this little restaurant. But now it doesn't go about what projects are we going to do? How's the script? Now it's like, you know, what hurts who, where, who can't eat what the kids are doing, and you know, that stuff.
True.
But that was the magic of that show, is we were all close like that.
I was thinking today, you know, of some of my favorite episodes. I've seen a lot of them, but then it just dawned on me. I loved every episode where Ronnie Reed, who played your mother, was in it. She was hilarious.
I love her. And to tell you a little bit about her, she's the kindest woman in the world, but she is also one of the best actresses I have ever had the pleasure of working with. She came out of Steppenwolf in Chicago. So she worked in the early days with Gary Sinise, Malkovich. I mean, she's a dame. That one's a dame, bro. She's unbelievable. Yeah. And I learned so much working with her. She was very much a mentor, and we just had dinner the other night with her and my wife, actually.
Did it take forever to get through the filming of your episodes? Because I would think you guys would be laughing all the time between her and Melissa McCarthy.
Well, we would all break each other up once in a while, but with Rondi, I had to do those scenes where you have to argue with your mother. And the first time she came at me, I realized if I don't go home and practice this woman is going to destroy me.
She's going to eat you alive.
She's that, but she made me better.
Yeah.
The guy that got me more than anybody on Mike and Molly was Lou Mastillo, and he's from Buffalo. And he's got the Vince, the guy with this voice. And he's not acting. That's who he is.
Him.
And he was just so genuine and authentic. He's the guy that would crack me the most on the stage. Like, I would lose it during a take.
Great show. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch the reruns. It's really worth it.
Thank you.
You mentioned that you were born in Pittsburgh. You're kind of raised in Florida, but your football team is
Steelers.
The Steelers.
Oh, I bleed black and gold. Steelers, Pirates, Penguins. We're suffering all the way around the horn right now, but you know, you can't lose faith.
You and we grew up like in the same generation, and I learned something about you today, that we have the same. As I was a child growing up, my favorite football player was
Franco Harris, Jack Lambert.
Jack Lambert,
yeah, those
number
are my
58,
two guys.
the middle linebacker.
They're my two guys.
Did you have the McDonald's glass?
I had the McDonald's glasses.
I did.
And I might have stole a couple of those old tinfoil ashtrays they used to have in there. They don't do that anymore.
Is this you?
But yeah, those are my guys. That was me 173 pounds ago.
That's another platform.
Oh, there's me. There's a skinny
Billy. There you are.
Look at this nut. Why would they let someone like that do that?
That's terrific.
When I did the terrible towel that week, they were like, "Here's your towel," and I'm like, "Do we have like something that's like Game of Thrones-ish?" And the color guard came over and said, "Here, take my flag." So I did that.
There
which
you
was
go.
Just incredible.
I love it.
Incredible.
That must have been a thrill.
The Steelers have been. Look, I was a Swissville kid in Pittsburgh, you know, which is right by Homestead, where the mills were, and we grew up very meek. And to be a kid that now knows the Rooneys, especially Jim Rooney, he's a saint, and. They welcome me into the Steelers because they know how much I love that, how much I'll respect that, how much I won't embarrass them. And to be a kid, like when my dad took us to the Steeler games, you get to go one game a year at Three River Stadium, and he would buy a hoagie. and he would wrap it in foil, and he would cut it into 4, and then he'd wrap the ends, and he'd tell me and my brother and my sister, put that in your pocket, we eat it in the third quarter, don't ask for nothing. And we were in peanut heaven. And now I get to be running around down on the field. I'm humbled by it. I'm humbled by it.
That's terrific.
Absolutely.
So you must really feel like you have some ties, even up here. You've been to Erie before,
Yeah,
right?
Erie's always good. Anywhere in Pennsylvania is pretty good. That's where my humor comes from. That's where my work ethic comes from. My sense of community comes from here. I grew up in a part of Pittsburgh that, you know, if your car was broken down, before you knew it, there were 4 guys out there with a couple beers and a toolbox and a radio, and people just helped each other. And I really love it. I try to bring that to my comedy. I really do.
I love it. And I was going to say, what inspires you as you're creating new work today?
Yeah, well, I think as an artist, you have to keep working, or you become very, very irritable and uncomfortable in your own skin. I think artists are highly sensitive, and if we don't have a place to put that, whether it's on paper or painting or music or comedy, that's your release. And if you're putting something good into the air, that's going to return to you twofold. Like, I've done a couple TV shows. I'm doing okay. I'm doing well. But I don't have to be out doing stand-up, but it calls me. I love it, and I don't think you ever lose that. And
I think the good thing about that too is that it keeps you in touch with your fans.
100.
Yeah, and
they want to see you live. There's nothing like a live show.
Yeah. Well, we're so happy to have you in Erie.
Thank you for your time. You're helping me.
So happy that you're here in the blue couches with us today. Again, 4 shows this weekend at Kellar's. 2 tonight and tomorrow night, 7:30, and then 2 on Saturday. But you're gonna be busy. You're gonna have to.
I hope so.
Sleep in
Come on
Sunday.
out. Look, it's raining. You ain't got nothing else to do. Come on, have some soup and come down to Main Street.
Bring
That's
your
all
terrible
I'm asking.
towels.
There you go.
You know, this
Look, I've been on
area
a blue
is
couch.
really, I mean, we are really divided between Buffalo, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh.
I saw
We're
that.
in the triangle.
You are in a Bermuda. I saw all those hats downtown. I was like, oh, wait a minute, what are we doing here? So yeah, Buffalo more than anybody I've seen lately. But I think it's because they're winning. That's fair weather.
Yeah, they've had a hotter few seasons. Yeah. So such an honor to have you.
Thank you. I
Have a
appreciate
great time
you.
in
Thank
Erie.
you so much,
Come
and
back.
happy birthday to your mom.
Yeah, come back anytime and visit us. We
You got it.
certainly do appreciate it.